Right, ladies and gentlemen, for the phase 2 part of the Rapids process, and we're going to handle the recording and the reporting of your results now quickly. We are doing this at this point in time with either your cell phone, or if you have a tablet, that works just as nicely. So you will then take your client's rapid strip that you did now with a test. If you look at your lab form, you will see that there's a block that says rapid tests. There's a block that says ID or identification or ID driver's license. You're going to use those two blocks now. You're going to put your rapid tests on the block that says rapid tests, both your HIV and your cotinine tests. So they will go in that block neatly, not covering any of the writing or signatures that you've got on your document, please. You'll then take your patient's or your client's identification document and you'll put it in the little block that says identification document. I just want to use an example of if you're using an ID book. Your ID book, open it so that the page is open this side. It will mean that the photo is upside down, but open it for the page to go to the outside of the form. You don't want the book covering the results on your page. So that's then how you're doing. And you're going to do this in the presence of the client before you leave him or her in a well-lit space. Put your phone onto camera, which we all know how to do these days. Stand and take a photo directly from above, as straight and as squarely as possible. In good light, please check that there's no shadow forming over your form. Nicely in the frame of your camera and take a photo. Once you've got your photo, open it. Check that it is legible and show it to your client. Are you happy with that photo, sir?
Yes.
Thank you. Now you can close it. Go to your emailing system. Open a new email. And in your to block, if you look at your lab form, you'll see there's a little email address, rapids@curohealth.co.za. That is the only email address to use to report your rapid results on. Please don't use the feedback box. The feedback box is way too big and the results will get lost in there. So we're going to use rapids@curohealth. It's on my phone already as a shortcut. Go to your attachments, gallery or your images. Make sure you've got the right client's ID document that you've taken a photo of. Check it, open it, make sure, yes, it is the client that you've just seen. In your subject line, you will type in Mr. W.R. Larray. Yes, okay, that's right. And then this is a PPS client, so PPS. And then the policy number for training purposes, we'll just use a bogus one. All right. Make sure you've got your photo attached. Make sure you've got your client's initials and surname, brokerage and policy number in, and send. That email will then go through to Karen, and it will be available within seconds for her to send on to PPS. When the appointments are made in the call center, the brokers or the insurance companies are sent an email or an SMS saying that their client's appointment is for 10 o'clock the next morning, for example. At 10 o'clock, the client knows, or the brokerage knows, that my client is being seen. At 10:05, they're already starting to ask Karen, where's my results? So this procedure must be done in the presence of the client immediately before you leave the premises. It cannot be done tonight when you're finished and get home. What you can do is wait a day or two, make sure that your form has gone through and has been received by Karen, and then go in on your gallery and delete the photos of that client. Many of them will say to you, what are you going to do with my photos? That's open to fraud and misuse and all sorts. So go in and delete them. Make sure that you are not caught with them, or your child plays with your cell phone, or it's stolen, or whatever, and in 2-3 days' time we get a complaint that client's confidential information has been spread all over. So make sure your side is clear. Once you have done that procedure, you can say to the client, thank you sir, there's your identification document. You can take your rapid strips and you can throw them into your big yellow medical waste drum that Karen will supply you with. Please do not leave these rapid strips with your clients. These are medical waste. Don't let them say, my daughter's busy with a task, can I use that please? No, it is medical waste. It goes into the drum and Karen will arrange for the couriers to come and collect it from you, nicely bound and properly sealed when it is full. So that procedure is in place for you to make sure your medical waste is managed. Now many of you might have the question, okay, but I don't have the stock yet. How am I going to do these tests? Once you have confirmed to me that you've done your test with your password, that is Rapids, on it, I then know that you have gone through this video training, you know what to do, and Karen will then send you the products to use in your rapid training, in your rapid testing. So that's how you will get your stock. If you need more stock, please communicate with Karen. She will ensure that you get more stock. If you need the couriers to come and collect your waste, please communicate with her. Now, along with waste goes I've got this form now, what do I do with it? Once you get home tonight, or if you're using Clockbook, do it immediately. You will, on your feedback email that you use, send this client's details and say, client Larray was seen completely today, a rapid result was done, and the form was emailed to rapids@CuroHealth. These forms you can keep in a pile safely somewhere in your home until you have a nice pile, once a week, once a month, once every 3 months, depending on how many you have. And then arrange with Karen, please. She will ensure again that the couriers come to you and they will collect these forms for legitimate destruction at our offices. We need to supply the insurance brokerages with certain documentation confirming that we have securely disposed of all medical information. If this was your form, you wouldn't want it lying in someone's dustbin on a corner of a street, or some child drawing a picture on the back at some creche. This is medical information and it is legally responsible. So please remember that. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoy the Rapid system. I think it's a fun area to go into. I think there's lots of growth in it. Please let me know any problems or questions, or speak to Karen. My email address, as you should all know, is Rosanne, ROSANNE, @curohealth.co.za, or contact Karen to help you further. Thank you. Enjoy. Have fun.